On Wednesday, they'll face off against Scotty Barnes and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jaylen Brown and the Boston Celtics.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Thomas on the wing. He's joined by Porter. Then there's Demon. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Clowney in at the 4. And for the Rockets, you'll see Durant and Smith playing up at forward. Thompson is up there with Lonzo Ball. And it's Şengün in at the 5. I'm told now by our producer, do we have him, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Well, the Nets trading this summer for Michael Porter Jr. And after playing a complimentary role in Denver with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray, he now becomes a focal point. He said he's not really a big city guy with all the traffic, but listen, he can expect plenty of crowding every time he touches the ball.
He can heat up in a hurry, that's for sure. Hey, Shams, thank you very much. Houston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Claxton.
They got very fortunate there, guys. They should just take their time on offense and not try to force things.
1:46 left here in the opening quarter. Durant deciding where to go with it. There's Ball with the 3.
Boy, that's 0 for 3 in the early going. Just a little out of sync.
That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Back to Thomas. Shot clock at 6. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Thomas got the first points up on the board for the Nets.
You just can't let Cam Thomas get that kind of position. It's playing with fire. He's got such a knack to score it.
Thompson from long range. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Outside, Porter. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. It's the Demon. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Now, here's Ball. Coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Thompson finds Smith. Durant for 3. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
A nice rhythm jump shot for Kevin Durant. How many of those do you think he's taken in his lifetime?
Outside Thomas. From the arc. And so the first quarter is in the books. Houston on top. They're up by 4. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And when you consider how the Rockets are doing, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys have done a great job guarding multiple positions.
So for Brooklyn now, we've got Johnson, Tyler Williams out there with Wilson. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Timmy in at the 5, home in the paint.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You could see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Smith's shot is good. And DB, at this early part of the season, what's most important for the head coach?
What's fascinating to me, Kevin, when you listen to coaches talk is whether you're a championship coach or a first-year coach, one of the biggest things you have to do is figure out your rotations.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Kevin Durant is ever seen. He said, "I'm not really flashy with how I play anymore. I just try to look for the best shot and be simple and easy with my game. Fly under the radar a bit. After every shot, I just run down the court and get back on defense." Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Williams can't hit.
And the way he was able to reach out towards that release had an impact.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Şengün with the screen for KD. Back to ball. Williams against KD. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, Kevin Durant.
And having a small forward on the wing of his caliber just opens up so many things for your team. A lot of attention is paid to him, and with the stretch he's had, even more will be coming his way.
And so, Jordi Fernandez decides to call timeout. Coach is going to take a few minutes to regroup and go over the strategy. And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. And now, here's the 2K leaderboard with the teams that last season scored the most second-chance points in the NBA. The Rockets, number 1.
Yeah, that was a huge factor for them a season ago. Their ability to attack the offensive glass and then convert those into second-chance buckets. I mean, no one did it better.
Porter, no luck.
Boy, taking what's there. Very good shot selection, just not the result you hope for.
Ball, the pass to KD. Thompson for 3. That's good, and a nice assist from Durant. Thompson's got the lead up to 11 now for the Rockets.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
Thomas dishes to Porter. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Boy, that's a case where he may have been too focused on answering back with his own 3.
Pass to Durant. That one bounces around and comes back out.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
And we finished one half of basketball. Rockets lead by 11. We'll be back shortly live from Houston, Texas.
Well, I think for Houston, couldn't have had asked for a better start. I love the focus, and they're determined.
Come on, man. It's been 2 games. You can't judge anything by that.
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
I really like how he's playing so.
And that's all for us. Now it's time to say.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Amen Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, he knows they're coming for him, but he's accustomed to that kind of attention, and he's quite comfortable dealing with it.
Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. A perimeter pair will be Thompson next to Durant, and it's Ball in at the 1. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Demon. No good on the triple.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Here's Durant, and Houston again with the bucket.
Well, dependability, right? That is not wasting possessions. This is all about taking and making good shots.
And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
And now, let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks. The Rockets have become a fearsome defensive team, and Coach Ime Udoka said, our young guys were tired of losing, and they bought into it. A huge part is just shifting the mentality and doing our part on that end. Understanding how much that impacts winning, it is a non-negotiable for me. Guys, back to you.
They've clearly bought in. Allie, we appreciate the report. Porter passes to Claxton. Misses in close. Houston leading by 16. Outside, Ball. Smith on the wing. Lets it go from deep. Brooklyn with the rebound. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home.
I'll tell you, that's one he typically will make. The defense gets away with one.
Launches a 3. 4 for 9 from the floor with that miss. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
And again, it's the Nets missing. And so it's Durant with it. He'll bring it up for the Houston Rockets. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Shoots the 3. Smith with the basket on the assist from KD. Smith's got 6.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Thomas feeling it out a bit. That doesn't go either for Thomas. And so it's the Houston Rockets with a 19-point advantage heading into the next quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And back in the day, guys like Bird and Magic competed for championships as rookies. But Doris, we haven't seen that in a while.
Kev, you have to remember, Larry Bird was drafted in unique circumstances. He was drafted a full year before he left college. And for both Larry and Magic, they joined talented veteran teams. That would be like the Celtics or Warriors drafting Wemby. It would be the exact same story.
On the court for the Nets, getting the 4th quarter going. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. Porter and Clowney up in the forward spots. And it's Claxton in at the 5 down low. And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Right side, Ball. Launches it. Rebound, Brooklyn. Clowney's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Porter with it. Guarded now by Durant. 4th quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. They get it back. Porter. Oh, and he feathers one right through. What touch!
This is what happens when you fail to put a body on someone. The ball is bound to find them.
And KD, good for 3. KD's got 5 points now this quarter.
Looking to close it out. That one might have been the backbreaker.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Here's Demon. He's looking for Porter and finds him.
Yeah, fundamental basketball here. Passes on time and on target.
And so it's Ball who brings the ball up for the Houston Rockets. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Launches it. And it misses.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Rockets.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought that their overall shot selection was better.
And every win important. And this one will go down as win number 3.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Kevin Durant.
There wasn't much they could do to slow him down as he was converting every good chance he got. Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
The kick out to Porter from past the arc, and down goes the three.
Boy, excellent pass from Cam Thomas. This is exactly what his coaches want more of.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. They made the most of their opportunities, looking comfortable and locked in throughout the night.
What an impressive performance, to say the least. At this point, it looks insurmountable.
11 seconds left to play here in the fourth. The tray. No good on that one. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a